Coming up on CTV News, how being in the military affected and inspired one CSU student to get involved on campus. And there's always talk about parking around Fort Collins, what the next plans are to expand the lots. Plus, how a few CSU grads are doing their part to help the community. It involves saving puppies. All this and more tonight on CTV News. Hi, and welcome to CTV News Tonight. I'm Mackenzie O'Keefe.
And I'm Lena Howland. Thanks for joining us tonight. This week on campus, CSU is honoring all veterans. As military members are being recognized all over the country, CTV reporter Kelsey McAllister got to know one veteran in particular.
Hannah Skaggs may seem just like your typical college student, but there's a lot more than meets the eye. Hannah is a microbiology major here at CSU, but she's also a member of Alpha Delta Chi, the Christian sorority on campus, and she's participated in the marching band. Even with all of these activities under her belt, there's one thing that makes Hannah extra special.
I was deployed to Djibouti, Africa last fall, and I did the same job that I went to tech school for, that I do in the Colorado National Guard, where I maintain the F-16s. So we sat there and waited for jets to break. You know, anytime, that anyone that I've talked to, anytime you get deployed, it really opens your eyes to what you have here and what we take for granted.
I think that Hannah is a great influence because she has had some great experiences like being deployed, and she is in a very tough major, and so I know it takes a lot of work, and she's always in the library and she's always willing to help people with homework if she can help.
She's a very caring person. She always puts others first before herself. She focuses on her studies and God, and I think that's very admirable.
Growing up, my dad was in the Army. He joined when he got out of high school and then went to the National Guard. And so it's just kind of been a lifestyle for us my entire life.
So remember the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. For CTV News, I'm Kelsey McAllister.
Remember to take a moment to thank the men and women that serve our country. And CSU is recognizing veterans in many ways this week, one being the flag display. The Adult Learner and Veteran Services Office set up over 400 flags, one flag for every 1,000 service member who was lost at war. You can check out this display all week long.
CSU academics are in the news again, this time for two departments being among the best in the world.
Colorado State University's business and economic programs rank in the top 15% of the world. The academic ranking of world universities base these rankings on the quality of faculty research.
And this goes back to the kinds of research our faculty do, the impact that their research generates, and also the roles that our faculty play in various research forums, be it in workshops, in conferences, sitting on editorial boards.
CSU's programs place 76 out of 500 universities in the rankings released by Shanghai Jiao Tong University in China, a big jump from our rank as 101 just last year.
I know a lot of the professors are doing outside research, which is cool. One of my first supply chain teachers, he's participating in that, and so I think by them doing research really makes them, they have like firsthand knowledge that they can tell us and teach us.
The ARWU evaluates universities on research performance, such as staff winning Nobel Prizes, the number of highly cited researchers, and many more, including employment rate of degree recipients.
The award or the ranking that we are so proud of has to be equally shared with the economics department, who also do interesting and important work in similar areas. And these rankings reflect the fact that we've made significant commitments and investment in our faculty. We have a world-class program. We have a depth and breadth in programs that is unmatched, I believe, in this region.
Colorado State University has appeared in these overall rankings since 2003, but this is the second year in the economics and business category. For more information on the criteria or the rankings in general, visit shanghai-rankings.com.
With the winter months soon approaching, students will soon be bundling up. But what about the food trucks? Well, don't worry, most are planning to stay open. We talked to the owner of B's Burrito Cart to see how he's planning on staying open for the business during those frigid winter days.
Really, it's just a matter of how much I can deal with. So if I've got a good pair of winter boots and a good pair of gloves and hat and mittens and that whole thing, then I should be okay. I'm pretty resilient. I'm from Colorado, so I know how to adapt to the cold and how to do layers and whatnot. But we may upgrade to a heater. We'll see.
And now Ashley Wallinger is here with us.
Thanks for joining us, Ashley.
Thanks for having me, guys. So today it was pretty chilly out there, as you could tell. We did get up into the 50s, but it didn't feel like that for most of the day. And when we had the fog out, it was even chillier. And right now we're only in temperatures in the 30s, and it'll be getting even cooler as we move throughout the rest of the night. Later on, I'll let you know when we see our next chance for some snow.
Well, thanks so much, Ashley. I'm looking forward to hearing about that potential snow coming up. And a few CSU graduates are doing their part for the community, and it involves saving puppies.
And there continues to be more talk around parking in Fort Collins. The most recent proposal, 2 large off-campus parking garages.
And I'll be right back with more weather updates and your 7-day forecast. Stay tuned.
I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous.
We come from different places, but when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country. Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back to CTV News. I'm Ashley Wallinger. Well, today, like I said, we were in the 50s across Fort Collins. It didn't feel that warm, and it was a little bit warmer to our south where they didn't see as much of the fog as we saw. Most of the fog was off to our east and across the mountain areas. But as we move into tomorrow, that's when we'll start to see a warm up. We'll be back to temperatures like we saw over the weekend, much warmer than average, so it'll feel a lot nicer than what we've been seeing over the past few days. It'll be in the upper 60s for Fort Collins. Denver may actually reach 70 degrees tomorrow. It'll be warm across to our south. Pueblo will be in the 70s. The mountain regions will only see the 40s and 50s, but overall it's looking pretty nice, sunny, dry, and warm across most of the state. So when do we see that next chance for some snow? The next few days are looking pretty dry and warm as well. Our next chance for some snow does come on Sunday. That's when we'll be seeing about a 10% chance for that snow. It'll cool down starting on Sunday as well. We aren't predicting too much snow here across Fort Collins. The mountain areas will be seeing most of that snow, if any. So we'll be tracking that and letting you know as we get closer to that day how much snow or rain you can expect. But over the next few days, we're looking pretty nice and sunny. Next week, we do start to cool down a little bit, but overall, it's looking pretty nice. That's all I have for you tonight. Back to you, Mackenzie.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ashley. Well, with the installation of the new MAX transit system rolling out in May, Fort Collins drivers will likely see little impact to the traffic. Projections from the city state that by the year 2035, the MAX system will only reduce traffic on College by 2%. The most immediate change seen will be less buses seen on College Avenue.
With the proposed on-campus stadium set to take the place of 2 large commuter parking lots on campus, some students are worried about the future of parking on campus. Now, CSU is responding to those concerns with the proposal of 2 large parking garages. These garages would be set to be built south across Prospect Road off of Center Avenue. The parking garages would hold a combined 2,400 cars. The CSU Board of Governors has given the okay on the project. Now it just needs to be funded. And every week, All Aboard Animal Rescue saves more than 30 dogs from overcrowding shelters. They have adoption events every Saturday morning at the PetSmart on College and Harmony. We were there to meet the puppies and the CSU graduates who are running the program.
I almost didn't come, and I thought, no, I need a new pup.
Penny Horde says she couldn't have picked a better place to adopt a new puppy. Every week, All Aboard Animal Rescue partners with this PetSmart store in Fort Collins to find loving homes for abandoned animals.
It's amazing what they're doing, and to see this kind of turnout, it's really exciting.
All of the dogs here came from an overcrowded animal shelter in New Mexico. The problem has reached the point where many of these dogs are eventually euthanized.
They have a high pet population there, so lots of people don't get their dogs spayed or neutered, so sometimes they will end up with litters, unwanted litters. They'll be dropped off at the local Humane Society.
That's when All Aboard Animal Rescue, an entirely CSU graduate-run organization, steps in to help by finding foster or adoptive families.
People are like, oh, I'm looking for a running buddy, or I'm looking for a buddy for my, current pet, or, so it's amazing the outreach that comes from Colorado.
Dogs that are not adopted right away are placed in foster homes for 1 week right here in Fort Collins.
We love it, really.
Folks like Sandra Honeycutt have welcomed these puppies into their homes.
We fostered 2 puppies at the same time, 2 10-week-olds from the same litter.
All Aboard provides the toys, kennels, and treats.
You just provide the love in the house.
And while this pup has found a permanent home with Penny,
How can you not fall in love with a face like that?
others have found a home with Sandra until the perfect owner comes around.
Well, at least we can take care of these babies until they can get into a real-time home.
All Aboard Animal Rescue is always looking for new foster and adoptive families. If you are interested, you can check out their website at aaanimalrescue.org. And up next, one student has been impacted by his spiritual beliefs.
Stay tuned.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. You little rascal. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals. Oh, ladies first. Eager to become a part of your family. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Unique individual, CSU student Jack Wheeler looks at the world in a different light than most. His experiences have shaped his way of thinking in more ways than one. CTV reporter Kelsey Peterson has the story.
Eric John Jack Wheeler II, his beliefs almost as unique as his name.
I have a very similar belief system to ancient societies, that there are spiritual realms and physical realms, and that energies and conscious spirits inhibit things like fairies of the ground. They take care of the plants. There are angels that take care of the mountains, and there are sky spirits and spirits of the galaxy. It even spirits down to the most teeny atom. And I believe there's the Great Spirit.
And though not everyone may agree, that doesn't bother Jack.
My beliefs are perfect for myself. Your beliefs are perfect for who you are. I recognize your beliefs, and I pray you recognize my beliefs.
His acceptance and outgoing personality is what makes him so easy to get along with.
Easy to talk to, really nice guy, pretty compatible with, everyone. It's hard to not get along with Jack.
According to Jack, his beliefs of science and spirituality coincide with how he approaches daily situations, such as life in the classroom.
I wish all my students were that attentive and that involved in their learning.
And in times of negativity, Jack gives peace and understanding to the situation. As he puts it, each lesson is a gift.
We were out late night having a good time. We went back to this guy's house. They were just in the basement. And for the first time in my entire life, there was this immense shift in energy. And he and I, we wanted to kiss each other. It was like, what is this? What does it mean? Oh my gosh, I have been changed forever. I knew in that very moment that I will never be the same again.
And he wasn't.
Through being a gay man in America, it has taught me that everyone is so beautiful.
If we all took the time to understand one another the way Jack does, imagine what the world would be. Kelsey Peterson, CTV News.
Jack is completing a double major in Spanish and Business Administration and is double minoring in music and anthropology. Though he keeps busy with school, he always makes time for his meditation.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you tonight. Thanks for joining us.
We only have a few shows left in the semester, so make sure to tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Have a good night.